So from Nike Town, we get on the Magic School bus. We drive back to the hotel. We get to the hotel, and TT tells us, yo, y'all got 15 minutes to be back down here on the bus. You need to have your duffel bag packed with everything you need for the game tonight. 15 minutes. Now, let me give y'all a little side note. Me, personally, coming into the game, let me tell y'all what my normal game day routine is. First of all, several hours before the game, I like to do a full stretch, and if I got a foam roller, a stretch and foam roll routine, which takes about an hour and 10 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes. I like to do that every day, several hours before the game. And then I like to take a nap for at least 90 minutes. And I like to wake up from the nap probably at least 3 hours before the actual game, because I don't want to wake up and then get in the car and go straight to the game, because then you still kind of, you ain't fully awake. So I want to wake up a few hours before the game so that I'm awake, but I got more energy because I went and had that nap. And I was planning on doing that on Friday, August 16th, but obviously that didn't happen because I didn't know what the schedule was going to be like. But I'm not complaining because this whole event was crazy. So I didn't get my normal pre-game routine, but I was good. We get to the hotel. I took a shower because, mind you, we had did the shoot around. We hadn't even been back to the hotel yet. I took a shower. TT's texting me like, yo, you need to come downstairs now. I didn't even make it in 15 minutes. That's how quickly that 15 minutes went by. I packed up my bag real quick, ran downstairs. We get on the bus. Get on the bus, we drive, we end up over where, like at a dock, where they have some boats, like some yachts, mini yachts, I guess, or boats, ferries, whatever you want to call them. So instead of driving to Brooklyn to the actual basketball venue, we actually took the yacht across the water. I don't know what body of water this was, I can't tell you. Across the water from where we were in Manhattan over to the Brooklyn Navy Yard at the DeGaulle Greenhouse, which is where Nike has set up the basketball venue. Now the thing about this basketball venue is this is not a gym that we went to. It's a green. So Nike had actually, I guess they rented this place out or whatever, and they built, like, you know how businesses will make up like a pop-up shop? Like there'll be a pop-up shop where the shop is not going to be there permanently, but some company will come in, maybe a Nike or Louis Vuitton or something, and they'll just build their store and keep it there for like a week or 2 weeks, maybe even 3 days, and sell stuff just for that short period of time. Then they tear it all down and they leave. That's kind of what Nike did. It was like a pop-up shop for basketball. But for me to call it a pop-up shop without you really understanding what they did would be to do a major disservice. This venue was crazy. This venue was one of the nicest gyms I've ever been in, and they just built this. This is a temporary gym. And I've been in hundreds of gyms that's permanent gyms, and the thing Nike built was better than all the permanent gyms. I mean, the floor was crazy. It was sticky, shiny. They had the Nike logo, the Summer is Serious there. They had two big LCD jumbotrons up there on the wall. They had the shot clocks up there. They had locker room areas over there. They had the bathroom set up outside. They had the food trucks in the back if you wanted something to eat. They had these big walls on the other end where, like, you know how they had a big wall with a bunch of TV screens all next to each other? The TV screens was scrolling across with Instagram photos of people who had tagged Summer is Serious. So people was looking at the wall. You could actually see your pictures, anybody who posted something. I didn't actually get a look at them that night, but the next night I looked at them. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. So we get to the venue, and actually we get there in time to watch the Philadelphia against New York game at the Tournament of Champions. So we go back into the locker room. We getting ready to play in our game, the Summer is Serious game, Team KD against Team Harden. We walk into the locker room. There are 8 stools, seats, set up in the locker room. So sitting there in that stool is the customized t-shirt with the nickname that Nike had given us leading up to the Summer is Serious draft. This was the shirt that we wore over top of our uniforms when we ran out onto the court. Now right there in front of the stool on the floor was a shoebox. Inside the shoebox for my team, the custom chrome KD 6s that we played in that night. On top of the shoebox there was I think a couple pairs of socks. And then they had one of those big water jugs that was filled with Gatorades. And of course I had to grab a couple Gatorades. So we go out onto the court. Actually, before we get out onto the court, we did a little bit of warm up in the locker room. We talked. Guys got themselves mentally prepared for the game, however you like to do it. Some people get quiet, some people get rowdy, some people bounce around, some people just like to sit down and chill. So everybody's getting themselves mentally prepared for the game. Kevin Durant comes back in the locker room, gives us a quick pep talk. We'll go out onto the court. We'll go out onto the court. The place is packed because everybody was already in there for the previous games. Everybody wanted to see Kevin Durant and James Harden, and a lot of us had people in the crowd who came to see the Summer Series game. I mean, this is billed as the ultimate pickup game. They picked the 16 best players out of thousands of guys who wanted to play and girls who wanted to play in this game. People wanted to see what it's about, what these guys are about. Let's see what kind of game they got. So we get out there onto the court. We go through our warm-up. Guys get their shots up. Guys getting their dunks off. Kevin Durant and James Harden come out. The crowd's going wild. They're walking around. There's like 30 camera people following. I didn't even see James Harden. I'm looking at Kevin Durant. It's like 30 people following him everywhere he moves with the cameras and stuff. They was actually getting in the way of our layup line when we trying to get our layups and shots off. Kevin Durant walks past our court and the whole throng of camera people is in our way. So we finally got through the warm-ups. Then they did pregame introductions. They introduced every single one of us one at a time to the crowd. Of course, they had an announcer there. The announcer introduces every single one of us to the crowd. We get out there for the game. The game starts. There's only 8 people per team, which is a good thing. So everybody got pretty much equal playing time. We ended up winning the game 57-52. As far as game highlights, I do not have video of the game. There was no one filming the game on my behalf. I tried to get somebody to film the game on my behalf. It didn't work out. On top of the fact that I didn't have somebody there filming, it was very difficult for people to even get into the building. I mean, I had my cousin, Brittany, she came to the game. She almost didn't get in, even though I had her on a list that would have got her into the gym. Because I could put one person on the list or 2 people on the list. They almost didn't let her in, even though she was on the list. But she got into the gym, and I don't even know who else made it into the gym. I got tweeted by about 5 or 6 other people who tried to get in but couldn't get in. So they ended up just leaving and going home because they wasn't just going to stand outside all night. They said security told them eventually, like, yo, you're not going to get in. So ain't even no point in standing here. We're not letting nobody else in. So the game was a game. We ended up winning the game 57-55. My teammate, the headbanger, ended up getting MVP. I think I already had about 17 points. I don't know if they had a stat sheet for the game. Rough stats for me for the game, I say I was around the number of 5 points, rebounds, and assists each. I think I had 1 block, maybe 1 steal, 3-4 assists, 3-4 rebounds, 3-4 5 points, something like that. I mean, it was a pickup game. I didn't take a lot of shots. There ain't really nothing else to say about it. That was the game. I say about the locker room, they had our uniforms hanging up on hangers. Each one of us had our uniform. You see is the KD logo, team shirts. I was number 14 in the game. The Summer Series logo on the front of the uniform. These sizes was all our choice. They asked us before we got there what size we wanted. And the Summer Series game shorts. We got the Summer Series logo down there in the corner, the Nike logo here up top. As far as the actual game footage, I do not know if Nike's going to be putting out the whole game. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I highly doubt they put the whole game out online for people to watch. Because if they was going to do that, they could have just live streamed the game. They didn't do that. They had camera people there. So what I think they're going to do is, like you see most companies do with an event, they take all the highlights they got, which is hours and hours of footage. Then their highly paid editing people will go in, find the best stuff, and they'll put out a reel. Like a reel video, which basically shows the highlights of everything that happened at the Summer Series / Tournament of Champions event in Brooklyn. That's what I believe is going to happen. I don't have any insider information. I don't have the video. So if y'all looking for full game video, I'm not the person to ask. I don't have it. I don't have access to it. And I don't know if it will ever be released. If you wasn't in New York, now you know next time you better be there. So let's move on, because Summer Series was not over after this game. It was a whole bunch more to go. What up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com, up here in the hotel room. This is the last full day of the Summer Series experience. The game was last night. We don't have a game today, but we about to go get on the bus. It's about 9-something a.m. This is a full day. We're not even playing in the game, so I have no idea what we're doing, where are we going, who we're going to be doing it with. But again, that's the fun part about it. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I trust Nike basketball got some goodies in store for us. So since it ain't no game today, I'm bringing this camera with me. I got another camera in my pocket. I'm going to film as much as possible today. I want to bring y'all as far into the experience as I possibly can, even though you're not actually here doing it. Come with me. Work on your game. Dre all day. Summer is serious. Next day, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a Saturday morning. We are meeting for breakfast at the hotel restaurant. And we had to be downstairs to get back on the bus at 9:45 in the morning. We had no idea where we going. So our first stop was actually a familiar location. We went to Nike Town in Manhattan. This time we didn't go upstairs to where they had the sneaker area. We actually was downstairs where they had the Nike fuel bands.
What's up? What's Dre?
Where we at? Nike Town. Summer serious event. Headbanger. GPS. All good.
What are we doing? Oh, you got some
Oh, you can write it in?
What are we doing?
Is that the watch? Is that GPS watch? Is that the one that comes out?
It's time to record.
Does that include videos?
Drink day.
It's a crazy camera.
I don't even know. I just playing on the computer.
Can you tell the people where we at?
Oh, we're in Nike Town, New York, man.
Nike Town, New York.
To get this fuel band set up.
Okay. Summer is serious. You got to tell them something.
Yeah, summer is serious, man.
Oh, shit, I got ads. I got ads. Oh, my God, hella views. Oh, it's like, what y'all watching right here?
His mixtape.
What the hell is he doing?
You grabbing it?
Nah, that ain't me. Hey. Oh, they all missing. Oh.
That ain't me. They missed it.
You gonna shut this shit down, huh? What? Who? Where'd they get these guys from? That's you. Here you go. Hey. You don't see the hair? They play for the run. Oh. That's that girl stop. Nasty on big screen. Damn, hold on. I ain't seen that on big screen. That was cute.
Spit out on the screen, man.
Johnson. That was mean, though.
Wet Willie.
Smile like ain't nothing happened.
That shit was crazy. You slid?
They was live out there. They was live. Going nuts.
Don't even touch him though. Like not even close. Like his hat stayed on. Perfectly.
After it happened, he ain't even hit the brick enough though.
Somebody else said it to me.
Oh, I had the medium medium yeah, because it feels so good.
I don't want to get
So players, everybody's setting up their new fuel band right now. We got the fuel band expert right here. Summer is serious. You got to tell them something.
Summer's so serious, man.
Summer is serious. Here's mine here. Black ice.
Yeah, no, I was just saying the second word start right now.
So I already got to rescan the top. So we're just waiting for it.
Alright. There we go. You gotta say work on your game, man.
Yeah, working on the game, baby.
Working on my game every day. Every damn day.
There you go.
Going to work. Working on your game every day. Not me.
Down, boy, turn back, yes, man.
Not me.
Yeah, like the group now. I'd like to invent something. I know that.
I better have 15.
Then we back on the bus. We get back on the bus. We start riding again. We're not told where we going, but I can tell by the directions we're going back to Brooklyn. So go across the bridge back to Brooklyn, and we stop at the House of Hoops. There's a House of Hoops in Brooklyn right next to a Foot Locker. And right outside of the Foot Locker, actually, we drove past it twice. I think we had to circle the block so the driver could find somewhere to park. The second time we ride past it, I noticed there's a truck sitting out front. I had actually ignored the truck the first time because I'm trying to look at the store. It's a Nike, it's an ice cream truck, but it's wrapped in the Summer is Serious logo. It's a Summer is Serious ice cream truck. And nobody has said anything about it. So I'm like, oh, Summer is Serious got an ice cream truck. This is just what I'm thinking to myself. So we finally pull up, and we about to go into the store. They tell us
We're gonna meet the designer for the KD6 shoe. So it's gonna be Leo Chang is his name. He's gonna sit here. He's gonna talk to you about some of the inspiration behind designing for KD and stuff like that.
that we at the Kevin Durant event. Right now is an event where they're gonna talk to the designer of the Kevin Durant shoes, and he's gonna explain like his inspiration behind the shoes, how he got into the shoe game. Again, as I talked about before, the young Nike development team that they have of young people who are looking to become shoe designers. They're in there in the front row. They get to ask some questions. They have some reserved seats for us in the back of the seating area. So we sitting there listening to him.
And then as soon as we're done giving the kids ice cream stuff, we need to be back on the bus. All right? So, cool? Everybody good?
We good.
All right.
I'm so happy she's here. Can you tell him to either park or
Penn's Chili Bowl, delightful. We could just yell out random things about DC. White House! So ladies and gentlemen, give up to Nike Footwear Design Director, my man, Leo Chang, ladies and gentlemen. Leo! How you feeling, man? Feel great. Excited? Yeah. Your kicks again?
So we sitting in the back. They have reserved seats for us in the back of the seating area. And while this guy, the designer of the Kevin Durant, is talking, who comes in the front door of the store but Kevin?
He's taller than both of us either way. Sitting on the stage, we're good. So how did last night go?
It was cool, man. We got the W. That's what matters.
And why are you here? What are you doing?
I just want to pick on my new KDs.
What, these?
That's right there, yeah.
Perfect. Those are actually your size.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
What an amazing coincidence. What else do you have planned while you're here? What's going on?
I got to turn the channel back. Hopefully, DC bond and just chilling, man.
Apparently, Kevin Durant's going to lead us outside and give away some ice cream. So if you want to get some ice cream with